Straight in business.
Hello.
Straight into business. Hello.
What's up?
What's up, everybody? How you doing? We out here.
A bit different setting.
A bit different
A
setting.
bit different setting.
A big different setting. Yes, sir.
You wanna tell what happened?
Actually, I'm gonna give you a guy's mystery. Maybe it happened something. Maybe don't. We don't know. But welcome back. Welcome back to the third season.
Yeah.
Or fourth. Third or fourth.
Third.
Season of the Opinion Outlaws. It started as a joke. It started as a joke, brother.
It's kind of joke, but it's a bit more serious joke.
But now it starts to become more serious.
It's an enjoyable hobby. We can call it a hobby.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a hobby.
And, well, we will keep doing it. As you can see, we're at somebody's crib.
We gotta live it up, Elevate.
Hey, but you know what? You have to make it how it is.
Hey,
You cannot complain. We don't have the mics. We don't have the camera. We don't have. Thank you, brother. We don't have the mics. We don't have the camera. But hey, we still keep doing this. And one day, if the God bless us, we can have the studio we want. We can have the cameras we want. We can have the microphone we want, and we will be all in all aspects of life. So today.
Straight on business.
First of all, we can start by asking that how you guys be doing, because it's been a long time. I had a very eventful summer. Can I say like that?
Eventful summer.
Eventful summer. I experienced a lot of things and I've seen a lot of things.
So where were you during the summertime? Because people might not know.
Yeah. So basically, I was whole summer out of Finland in my homeland, and in my homeland is the ghetto of the ghetto. You don't play around there. You can get killed if you take one misstep. And because of that, and I was 2 months and a half there, and I'm gonna tell you guys, I have stories to tell. I have things to see. I told Pyrrha, I experienced so many times death.
Yeah.
Near
Near-death situation.
Every time you come to visit back from your home country to Finland, you're this one day I was just minding my own business on the street and I almost died, and shit happens. Welcome to Kosovo.
It's a.
So casually, it's ideal after all. So what
It is what it is, pretty much. Like you gotta live it up. That's day of life.
We have to catch up with the Finland.
Yeah, facts. I experienced 3 times the funerals I told you about.
Yeah.
Well, back it up. What?
Yes, sir.
What you mean?
Yes, sir. There was 3 times when somebody died, and I had to go and visit, to do condolences. In our culture, you bury the body, and then 3 days after that, you have that condolences that you go and if you spread those condolences, like, hey, I'm sorry about that. I hope his spirit is in good place. And I experienced that 3 times this year.
My guy was.
And it was just like, do you know how it was? You just woke up in the morning and you heard a word.
Hey, that nigga, he gone.
He gone, and you'll be like, how?
I saw him last week, man. I saw him last week.
Yeah, you'll be like, how? Where did he go, or where did she go? She was fine. But that's life.
That's life. Your time comes when your time comes, and you can't really, argue with that. It is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But eventful time, as the season progresses, there will be a lot of stories.
Oh, you can count on that.
Hold on. Should I be worried right now?
No, I'm just a good. I used to have this thing where I used to have sex, but that is just nasty.
The previous seasons you were saying that you're a virgin.
Yeah,
and now you all of a sudden.
Before I became a virgin.
Now he's folding. Now he's just folding straight up. He's just folding.
Story. Come on. It's getting old already.
Okay.
Cut it out.
What kind of bullshit should I say next?
Better bullshit. Anything else but this. You have a lot of great bullshit stories.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys a great bullshit story, but not now.
Okay.
All right. So, what was again our today's subject? Because I've been running around, being all over the place, and most of the time. So, well, I can quickly summarize my summer pretty much. So, what I've been doing: work. What else? Running. What else? Sprinting. What else? Riding. What else? I don't know. That's pretty much what my summer has been. So
Son.
it's pretty dulled out, but hey, sometimes you can party every summer. So, but at least it was nice weather and got to enjoy the weather as well.
That's good.
What about you, Peter? Because I know you as well was pretty much in the same boat.
Where, you know that song, you know. So that's pretty much my whole summer summarized. I did most of the time during the summer was by me going to work, going to home, going to work, of course sleeping here and there, but pretty much I had pretty, let's say, not that eventful summer. Maybe a few times going to my parents, my home city. Very short trip. So yeah, this summer wasn't really eventful in the end.
Yeah.
I
I feel sorry for you guys.
Hey, at best, if I can say like, pretty much as what Pur said, does it count if I say I traveled to like different like cities, like inside Finland, like
Inside Finland tourist?
yes, pretty much. I was tourist inside of Finland.
But it depends. It depends because sometimes you can I get my phone? Bring it here, yeah. I need it.
Bring it back.
I can talk all the time I want, but if anyone won't hear, if nobody can hear what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. Anyway, so man, now I lost
About
my
traveling inside Finland?
Yeah, like.
Does it count? Yes, it counts. Like you're a
God
tourist
damn
inside.
it! God damn it! And that was the track of thought immediately. But, I will come back.
Exactly, but that's pretty much what I've been doing. Like most of the summer, that I've been like,
No death experiences.
hey, bro, that's pretty much daily for me right now. Have you like, hey, oh yeah. On top of that, by the end of the summer, I got my riding license. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's what's up. What, man? Let me go, nigga. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what I've been doing for the rest of summer, I've been pretty much riding my motorcycle and roaming around and getting used to riding two-wheeled vehicle, because I'm normally a car guy, more like that. So it's kind of a little bit different world and different behaviors and so on. And of course, a little bit more power. The size ratio.
Don't worry, he's okay.
I'm okay. I'm healthy and conscious all the time while
Yes.
I'm riding. I'm a safe driver.
Yeah. Black don't crack.
Hey, I make it in full peace home. I'm blessed. That's it.
That's it.
But we don't speak about the speeds. We drive by the speed limit. That's what's up.
Yes. It's 30. He's doing maybe 90. So.
And swerving a little bit as well, and jamming on my music too. So that's part of his job.
He's driving safe. He has never had a car accident one.
Actually, I do.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, I do.
Why you?
Oh yeah, true, bro. I snitching on, bro. I'm safe, bro.
Why are you confessing?
I was safe, 100%.
But today's topic, we were talking with Pyry, and then of course my boy over here. We were like, hey, we should continue if we have a chance. If we have a chance, we should continue. And I got inspired by, I'm gonna be honest, I got inspired by that video that I sent you, that 20-minute something video about podcasts.
Yeah.
And I got inspired by that because I know for a fact that if we just keep going, we make episode after episode, thing after thing, theme after theme, and subject after subject, we will be that cross point where, okay, do we want to make out of this something professional, or do we want to make it just a hobby and we have some other project? If we can do this, all three of us can gather somewhere, just like in this crib.
Ghetto ass.
Hey, we can gather. We can do it. We can do it, and it will be a fun thing when we look back at it and we are rich and famous and all that, and you look at it like, bro, man, you remember we didn't even have cameras, bro, or mics.
We was there. Look at us now, boys.
Let's go. So today's topic, we will see that what is the subject, or actually this is better if Pyry tells us, because it was his idea. So could you tell us
You
what-
you want me to tell a story?
more of what subject do we talk about
Okay.
whole season, because the whole season will be like a base to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Was it, that was the
yeah.
yeah, but that
Yeah,
was
sure,
the plan,
sure,
the
sure.
original plan.
That
Now
was the original plan, and this is still a plan.
is still a plan. So
And I still need the microphone to
go ahead.
You know, anyways, thank you. So the way actually I have thought about this whole Opinion Outlaws podcast to be formulated usually per season actually. You know, everyone has been watching a TV series throughout the young teenage years and 20s, blah, blah, blah. And in each season you watch, there's always, you know, certain theme.
Yeah.
There's the start, escalation of the theme, and finally, of course, the climax and something shit happens, and you know, then there's a cliffhanger.
My bad.
Then shit happens, and cliffhanger happens, and then you have to wait for the next season. Did we have that last season? I'm not sure, but this season I think we will have that one. And this season we were talking with Ideal actually about what we were talking about, and since this is Open and Outlaws, we might as well go all the way and talk about the thing that majority of people might not be willing to talk about, because it is very touchy subject. And you know, this is where some of you know it by the name, but even if you don't, I think you know what we're talking about, and it is diversity, equity, inclusion. Diversity, equity, inclusion. So what is the first thing we need to make clear? What is diversity, equity, inclusion? Bagi. Tell me.
I
I mean, diversity. I mean,
Like anything that comes to your mind, what is your first impression when you think about diversity, equity, you know?
well, I will be straight honest now, especially nowadays, because being going on the Western world, when I hear the diversity nowadays, I automatically start thinking about all the colors on the rainbow. Pretty much. And well, I mean, diversity is pretty much that it includes all type of like races, type of people, type of like species or whatever, you know, kind of like a mixed bunch of mixed salad. That's pretty much what diversity is. So it doesn't exclude anybody or anything. But then what was the other one?
Equity.
What is exactly
It's pretty much the whole thing is one of the same: diversity, equity, inclusion. I don't know, maybe it isn't, but I have understood that it is one of the same thing. Like it's the whole entity of it, which is the diversity, equity, inclusion. Like main thing is that, you know, it include everybody and nobody is different, and where you get along, nobody is being discriminated, blah blah blah. Okay. So that's the one and the same thing. Like they go into one whole thing.
pretty much? Yeah. So that mixed salad, what we exactly trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So yeah.
I see it as, if somebody says diversity, the first thing that comes to mind is a group of people who are working for the same exact goal, who are very different from each other.
Okay.
That's the first thing if somebody says diversity. Now, if you want to like take an example out of this, we can take as a group project, for example, three of us. Yeah, we have the same goal. Goal is to make good content, to bring value from this content, to leave a mark for the next generation, or to help somebody to have these kind of perspectives, or if they just want to hear some stupid ass jokes, that's fine.
You get it all.
That disappointing answer rate. Yep, you're getting it all.
Yeah, you're getting it all.
What can I do? I didn't say it's a bad thing. I just said you just get it all. Check to each point.
Yeah, you will get it all. But
No,
I see it as, for example, us three. Yeah, we are similar to what we want from this podcast, for example. But outside of this, we all three are working very different professions. Mm-hmm. All three of us are training very differently. All three of us has unique path of life, how we have been brought up, how we have raised, what kind of challenges did we have, even though when we speak, it's not that different. Like, it's not the end of a spectrum other and then end of the spectrum other. But it's still different. So that's what I'm here, that when you say diversity. And now even I'm gonna go even further. For example, diversity also, I'm seeing it as, for if we are doing a group project somewhere, for example school, and teachers assigns us to a certain group, and I know for a fact that there is some people there that I don't personally like. On personal level, I just don't like them. We can still make it work. I don't need you to like me, or I don't need to like you in order to get this job done. Unfortunately, that's not the case for the most part. Unfortunately. So that's what I hear when somebody says diversity. And did you have a follow-up question about us after this, or no, you will have to answer actually. What do you how do you see it? Yeah. Or hey, wait a second. What? Why are you laughing? Huh?
No, to that earlier when you said when you're assigned to a group project and you know for sure there's some people that you personally don't like, but we'll still make it work.
Talking about this project.
At that moment, I just saw an old couple that like we hate each other, but we still gotta manage somehow. So we still gotta make it work.
All I'm saying.
Hey, that's what's up.
That's what's up. It's not a joke.
I'm like, oh shit. He said we still gotta make it work.
Yeah, we gotta make it work. We don't have an option.
Hey,
This is not voluntary. This is like this is obligatory.
this is commitment, all right here.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. Anyway, so the question was that for me, what do I see as diversity, equity, inclusion? Well, I think Ideal was describing what diversity, equity, inclusion could be at best. I think that's the place where we should start. Measure your diversity.
I am delusional optimist.
Delulu.
I am delusional.
Delusional optimist. Okay. There you go. There you go.
That's why the world is mine, baby.
Ideal, the delusional optimist.
Yes.
All right. Great. Trademark that. Yeah.
So,
Anyways, so diversity, equity, inclusion. Basically, what he was talking about, I think he was hitting the nail with that, because I think that's what I think it should be, because that's the only thing you can really impact or influence by each person individually. But I feel like diversity, equity, inclusion has turned to a direction where people really don't know what we should be diverse about. I think like people are bringing such diversity or equity, inclusion, whatever it is, to company that really doesn't serve them. Like I don't mean like they are sabotaging it in any way, but are they either helping it? Let's say like they bring people who have. They're not straight, but they're gay. Okay, fine. If you want to work there, great. But are you seriously suggesting that if you hire a gay person,
they have your back?
yeah, like, do you think like for a moment, like seriously stop and think, like if you have a client you go to, do you think he's gonna buy from you because you're a good salesperson or because you're gay?
I think more of a competence than anything else.
Yeah, like I don't think your sexuality really like. Of course, that sexuality, of course, plays a part of how we perform, of course, but that's different.
Performing what?
Like I mean, like how we transmute our sexual energy, that kind of stuff. Like, but that's a bit different, anyways.
Exactly. What?
But my point was.
Yeah, I got you.
My point was like, even if you're homosexual and you're showing your homosexuality, like you're flirting with them, okay, fine, you do whatever you need to do, but still, what?
Do you know that has actually happened to me?
Okay.
Just a gay person just came up and asked me for help, but not in the worst way possible, because it was a clear pickup. It was a clear pickup line. He had a watch and he asked me, "What's the time?"
So did you have the time?
No. I said I don't have the time. Go watch yourself. You have a phone. No, I'm playing. No, it makes me uncomfortable if I'm working and then somebody tries to hit on me, even if it's a attractive female. But
my point was anyways not to say like, okay, you cannot say blah, 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 blah. But my point was that your performance at work shouldn't have anything to do with your race or anything to do, are you gay or straight or you transsexual, whatever. And to me, it feels like that we are starting to include people that really don't bring any value to the company. They don't actually like help them grow more competent people, but they're focusing on the people that focusing on the diversity that you really cannot control in any way, that people are born with, because you cannot really choose to which sex you are attracted to, right? It becomes from the environment, it becomes from maybe a bit of like even genetics to some extent, which is also enforced by the environment, right? So you really cannot control that. So I feel like we're really stuck in like diversity, as Ideal described it, it's a really great way of like starting to think about that we should people should care about each other and love each other and that kind of stuff, and nobody should be discriminated because of their differences. But I think like now people really don't know what should we be agreeing on, what should we include.
What are we?
And people in general, all people, like every single person at work or not work, like every single person who has any understanding how it works in working life or anywhere.
Yeah. And actually, the best companies that have success are the ones who are just looking at your competences.
Yeah. No surprise there.
No surprise there, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm taking an example. Everybody knows the Boeing fly firm. Can we say firm?
Company, whatever.
Company. They had a little bit of miscalculation when mid-flight the goddamn door opens. That ain't supposed to happen. Do you know what they did? Because some people, well, they died.
Yeah.
Do you know what they did? We are so progressive. We will hire more black people, and we will hire more LGBTQ.
What are they trying to suggest here?
I'm just trying to suggest that the thing that you just told you, the thing that you just said, was the exact same thing what happened with Boeing firm.
But I'm just wondering, what is the point for that company to suggest like, okay, so there's an accident,
We'll hire more.
we're not gonna do. Are you going to throw them out as well, or what? Or what? Like
We gotta update our resources.
yeah, like I'm just a bit confused. Like, shouldn't that mean that there's gonna be a huge investigation happening, and they should be telling, hey, this is what is the situation, this is what happened, or at least we don't know what is happening, and we're gonna have research people who are working on it. But what difference is it gonna make if you tell that you're just progressive and you're gonna hire more people who actually, I don't know, it would make sense if they are gonna hire people who are gonna help us to resolve this issue. But now they're just telling randomly out of the blue.
I'm telling
out
you,
of the blue.
this is not a joke.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Like, I could tell a joke that they hire more gay people because they want to put their ear in a good place, but this is not a joke. They actually did that. Plane malfunctioned, and they said that we will hire more people who are minorities.
Where were they coming from? Like, did they even like try to argument or like kind of reason it anyway?
They couldn't argue because the race and competence are not aligned. Ever.
Oh my god.
Ever. Competence is the individual thing.
Yeah.
Amen.
You know, all three of us know people, they have a dumbass family. Their father and mother, they are dumb. But then the child is so smart. You have seen those kind of things.
Unfortunately, few of them actually.
I'm telling you.
Few of them. And then there's the ones that, have kind of like failed in both departments.
Yeah. you have also those that they have both intelligent parent, but the child is dumb as fuck.
And then the ultimate failure.
I'm telling you.
No family and no kids.
Hey, why are you gonna go there?
Hey, I've seen those too.
Jesus, diversity at best.
Hey, that was what actually the funny thing. That was something that I wanted to go to because the first thought about diversity when we talk about it. Of course, we start thinking about different colors, paint, blah blah blah, etc. But could you say that, example, if we have a group and it's all, let's say, same race, could you still call it a diverse group? Because if we think about it individually, all of them technically should be different in behavior, pattern, way of thinking, etc., etc. Could you still call it a diverse group? Because I'm thinking about that automatically. When somebody says diverse to you, you automatically start thinking about colors, LGBTQ, etc., etc. So could the diversity be actually just like that? We are not the same.
That's a good question, actually. And will you answer or will I answer?
You can go first.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Process. What the
I don't think about it.
I'll think about it. I'll come back at you.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I can call it diverse if there is the authenticity in it, right? Because I've seen it so many times. We have seen it so many times. You are in a class, for example, in college. We all three have been in college. You are in a class. Think about it. Even in a college age, there are groups who behave exactly the same with each other. But you know for a fact that if you speak to them like person to person, they are not the same as them.
Exactly. Every individual is.
So I say that diversity is not just the race or the LGBTQ or the color of your skin.
Somebody's most definitely
But-
taking up the notes. He said LGBTQ at least 15 times by now.
I don't care.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is that, for example, the personality or the belief or the competence, that makes you diverse. Because if you're good at something and you're good at something and I am good at something, it's impossible that I will be good at something that you are good at something and you are good at something.
You're not even that far away. Just think about simply how somebody thinks about things, like their thought of world, the way they process things. That's already kind of like differs you from that person automatically. I would understand it if everybody was thinking the same way, speaks the same way, and so on. Then most definitely you couldn't call it diversity, even if they were different. Well, let's not even go that far away.
Even if they were different color, can you call it then diverse if they are all just the same? You get what I'm saying? Like zebras. I'm just all over the place.
You could just call it mixture of lunacy.
Lunacy. But yeah, that's actually a good question. That even if, for example, us three would be exactly the same belief system, same job, same school, same everything.
Only diverse thing we could technically say that we are just different colors.
Different colors.
That one. Of course, if you want to go technical, we can start being like, oh, well, you're built different, you whatever, you grow hair on your freaking toenails and etc. But that's just extra.
Nobody
But
cares about it.
exactly, that's just extra. But but if you're talking on a base level, because like we said, automatically if you think about diversity, you just start thinking about different people, different colors, and you don't really even think about like the person as individual. You just automatically, oh, he's different colors, so that's the diversity. That's what like a lot of movies tend to do. Like, oh, we need to be diverse. So guess what? We're gonna change the main character, who everybody's used to seeing as certain color or certain type of person. Let's just make it fully opposite, just for the sake of
And
diversity.
let's change the gender to opposite.
Exactly, just for fun of it.
Just for fun.
Just for fun of it, because we need to be diverse.
Peter, would you answer?
So the question was that same background and same things.
If the group was like literally same ethnicity pretty much, but all the individuals are different in a way. Example, way of thinking, way of speaking. Could you still call that group a diverse group?
I think it really depends on how do you define diversity in that situation. If you say that it's because of race or your religion, of course, that changes things. If you say that diversity requires the same religion, of course, in that case, if they believe in some same thing and they, let's say, how would I put it? Like being diverse would be having different religions, of course. Then if one is Christian, one is Muslim, and one is Hindu, but otherwise they are same, of course. Then they are quite diverse. What comes? Sorry.
He didn't even say juice. He said nah. I'm just messing around.
Yeah. Anyway, so depends really on like how do you measure diversity? But that's I think like from my perspective, I think like if you can in any way you show any difference from other people, I think that's already some part of diversity. Yeah, God, I'm rusty.
Hey,
It's fine because tired as well. No, but the main reason why I asked that question, because I almost keep repeating myself, but because we already have an automatic image of what is diversity. If so, you tell somebody random right now, is that group diverse, and they see like literally same ethnicity group, they will automatically say, nah, that's not diverse. Even though none of the individuals in the group would be the same, or they would.
Let's twist the situation. Let's say that there is a person who interviews a white person, and they ask a question that, hey, you see those black people there? Are they gonna say that they're diverse or not?
Like I said, it depends.
Depends.
It depends on
Do you think
authenticity.
If there's a photographer and they're gonna release it on social media, do you think that average person is gonna say no, they're not diverse?
Average person, no.
Yeah.
Because average.
Yeah.
But if you just read one book more, you could say that they are diverse because of the individuality.
Yeah. But again, it depends really on how you define diversity. But I think like if you would be talking about diversity, which talks about mentality and those kind of things, I think at that point, everyone is diverse.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you call about race, then when they make a diversity about race, ethnicity, sex, then they just completely overlook kind of like the personality thing. They just kind of, I think they take an easy way out by buying into those belief systems or agendas, or like, how would I put it? They just have certain assumptions they never question, but everyone has chosen okay, this is how it is. And then they just emotionally force it all the time. No, you cannot say that, you can think that, and you're a fucking asshole because you think that way. Even before that other person has even said anything about it. I'm not sure. Fuck you. You're asshole. You fucking hater. You fucking misogynist. Even though if they might not even know what it means. So, anyways.
I mean, none of them know.
Yeah, none of them know.
No, that's actually true. None of them pretty much know. So far, at least what I've asked.
Yeah,
none of them really know what that even means.
Yeah, I think ideal, and maybe also there was a podcast where there was a woman, only one woman, and anyways, the interviewer was male and the interviewee was female. So, anyways, they were talking about something, whatever, I don't remember exactly, but all of a sudden the woman tells the man that you're a misogynist, I don't like this conversation, and the man just proudly asks, okay, let me get this straight. How do you define misogyny?
They started
broken record.
What the rebooting the same time.
The woman was like, I don't know. I just feel like you're just being misogynist. Yeah, but please tell me, what do you mean by misogyny? And she couldn't answer the question. What happened? Eventually, she left the room crying.
Are you surprised? Are you surprised at all? That's literally what.
Yeah, but it's weird that it is not surprising nowadays.
It's a
shame.
Woman, it's hard to even judge her because women usually go with the flock. That's woman. I would say nature. This is not even like. I'm not joking because women are not dumb.
I'm smelling somebody right there.
But they can smell it however they want. But for example, this year when I was in my homeland and in here, you all saw those dumbass pants that women wear, the 90s pants, the jeans that are like bigger. Puff.
Big Diddy.
You don't look good. I don't care who you are. You don't look good. Actually, I'm telling you, I'm serious. You don't look good with those jeans. You look like a man. I don't care. I'm actually don't care because I actually feel that way, and I actually know for a fact that you don't look good. You would look a lot better in good jeans, in good fitting jeans. And you know what? If I asked you why you are wearing them. I'm doing it because of me. Why? Where did you get that? Why do you do it? I'm 100% guaranteed that they are doing because her friend is doing. And her friend is doing because she saw a video somewhere in social media that somebody else was doing. And it just creates this whole loop that women think that this is what men want, so therefore they are doing it all about themselves. Preference of a man hasn't changed in the thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Preferences of a man, for example, youth. That never changed. And that never will change. And this is not me saying it. This is a scientific fact. You can look any day of the world, you can look this up. And there's a reason because why we are built that way, that we want youth. Because of the reprocreations.
That's what we call predators.
But what I'm saying is that women have the inclination to do what other women do. And that's why, for example, when they say misogyny, it's just an attack that is unstrategic. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Hasn't it been a problem? Hasn't it been a problem? Kind of like with even men sometimes that there are people, men are even asked about it. I have seen some interviews when they're interviewed ask, okay, well, how do you define misogyny? Well, it's just blah, 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 blah. They don't really give any concrete answer, so they just beat around the bush and try to come up with the most complex words ever they can come up with without really saying anything.
A female and a guy and planes meet each other in expose, but literally, for the kids who still do not understand till this day what the word misogyny means, in short terms, literally it means hate of females, women, and all hate. Basically, you have a pure hatred toward them, and
define hate for them. Well, define hate, because if I'm criticizing you because you don't have a logical point about the thing you're doing, it's not hate.
Well, hate. Hate threw me a harder one too. Actually, hate is actually kind of difficult because you can translate it from same perspective as what is love, and also I would add to earlier one. It's not just hate that you. Well, I wouldn't say you crave, but you would like not even hesitate to cause violence toward the opposite gender. That's misogyny. Like,
but what for? What makes that person?
Kind of like the same way as somebody would say, what did the Russians feel toward Jews? You know that. Not Russian, Germans. But not Germans, Nazis. That's pretty much what we're trying to get at. So basically, they're trying to claim that guys are Nazis towards females, basically, and
some of them are. I'm not taking that away. Some red pillars who don't get pussy are just hateful towards women because they don't get pussy.
Hey, drop some names, bro. Drop some names.
I'm not dropping anyone names because they're not relevant about this podcast. But what I will say is that if you don't have a logic behind your claim, that's fine. If you're trying to push that thing towards me or towards my friends or towards my family, then I will criticize you. I don't care. What I will not do is criticize you and then you thinking then I hate you, because I don't want bad things happening to you. That's how I see it as hate. If I hate you, I don't want to see you doing good. Like the basis of it.
What makes it happen? What makes it happen that you don't want some person to have good things in life? What makes you think that? What might make you feel that way, that you don't want good things to happen to some people?
Envy, jealousy.
That's a very good.
Yeah, pretty
simple.
Point.
That's simple because if you and also it depends on your state of life and your mentality. If you're not good with yourself, of course you're gonna envy anything good that happens to somebody else. But that's usually the two type of things that somebody is very jealous, not self-secure, and holds a lot of grudge that would cause somebody to like feel hatred or feel something of a, well, not necessarily hatred, but feel more of a, I don't want good to you.
I don't want you to get anything more.
Or more, exactly. I don't want you to be in a better position than I am.
Or even just they just want that person doesn't get any more good things than what he has already gotten. And I think like that's definitely one side of it. But I think like even jealousy, I remember I was looking into jealousy a bit more, and usually there's one thing, at the few things, but at least one thing I remember was that usually there is that sense of inadequacy. They're comparing themselves to that other person, and they are telling themselves, "I can't get those things that he's getting," and that is wrong. That's unjustified. That sucks, and I hate that person because he's showing my inadequacies to myself. So there is on the other hand, hatred. Feeling wronged, but also fear, I guess, in a way about not getting the thing you think you deserve, and that other person has get it wrongfully. But when you think about it, how would I say? Luck is free. I don't remember exactly what was that phrase, but it was something like this: that luck is free, but jealousy is earned.
I have never heard of that.
Do you get the point of it?
Luck is free, jealousy is earned. Yes.
Yeah. You get the point. Like
I started to
because luck is luck happens every day. It just happens, Sometimes you win in the lottery, sometimes you don't. But you don't by accident earn $100 million.
I don't know.
By accident, I mean like by accident. Like of course, if you win in the lottery, that's the thing. But if people start feeling jealous about it, there's something you're doing correctly. If people are starting to get jealous.
Yes.
That's the point of that quote or whatever it was.
So my question: okay, how much hatred is because of diversity?
How much hate? I think that
now we are listen. Now we are just scratching the surface of diversity.
And people won't like it. And people won't like it.
And that's okay.
That's okay.
Because I have seen I would say a reoccurrence of a thing where why some people respect someone so much. For example, because of their art or because of their work. What is it? Why that because of they are doing it, people admire them more than somebody else. And what I came to find out that the people who do it with full of heart, they don't leave nothing on the table. They take everything. They give everything about it. They will have that admiration because people can feel it. They can recognize it. They can see that he's doing the work from the heart. Michael Jackson, for example, or Bruce Lee, or you can name it the guy who actually did the work with the full of heart. And that's the reason why if people don't like it, it's a good thing. People like it, it's a good thing. Authenticity. But the reason why I'm asking is because we are just scratching the surfaces and we will be in these topics like more detailed in these future episodes. But the reason why I'm asking is because do we see diversity more of a negative thing or a positive thing? That's why I'm asking. Does it bring, how much hate do you see from the diversity? Because diversity, Bahit said that the first thing that comes up to mind is that rainbow color. Well, unfortunately, they are hypocrites because how come you say you are diverse, but if I'm not on the same boat as you, I'm the bad guy? How come? So hypocrisy? Well, different topic. Yeah. But what I'm trying to ask is it more positive or negative?
I mean, diversity in itself, I would say like this, that it is not a negative thing. It's always positive. It just depends on the scenery and how is it pushed out. Because, example, I used to like, well, I still do, watch anime, read mangas, etc., etc. No, that's what's up. That's what's up. And the diversity in a lot of like certain series is subtle. It's not like forcefully pushed into your throat that, hey, you see, the main character is this color, this sexual, and da da da, and you must like it because it's diverse, because it's a little bit different than what we used to.
Yeah.
No, that's something that we don't like. When it's pushed down your throat, then the diversity stuff feels like it's. But in itself, when we're speaking about diversity, there's no issue with it. There's something that actually should be out there, but in a natural way, that you do not force it. You do not like trying to tell somebody that, you used to see this character as this color. Oh, guess what? Now you gotta see it in this color. No. If you wanna do something with different color person, start a new story. That way, somebody will like appreciate it, etc. But yeah, I think that we have the misconception that we do not have diversity enough, and companies think that answer to anything or everything right now is to mix match, put the weirdest. And the other thing is also that they kind of, well, how would I say kindly? They kind of are licking boots and asses to a degree that they're trying to please a minority over majority with those, mix. Because don't get me wrong, diversity is nice and good thing and it's needed, but don't overdo it. That's what I'm will shortly say.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there, because I think like diversity. I think we talked about it already. It's really hard. This English language is really hard. I should have done my vocal warm up before this so that it would make some sense.
Do we need to push you?
Please. Anyway, so I think we already discussed at the beginning of the conversation that it is actually a really great, beautiful idea. Really great idea that everyone should be accepted despite their differences and backgrounds or whatever. And yeah, find a way to build better future. So that sounds like straight from some company, at a commercial. But like, I know that sounds as corny as fuck. I know that. But like in the end, like, okay, fine. Let me scratch that because that sounded like shit. I realized at the moment when you started laughing. I mean, before that, like. Man, that's better future. For the better future. At the moment I said it, I was like, God damn, that sounds like some commercial bullshit.
Oh shit!
God damn it. Anyway, so diversity to build better companies, build better whatever, families, build better economy. Okay, that's better. And okay, if that would have gone that way, that we would be focusing on diverse competence, I think that would be exactly like I said, much better situation. But because I think we are focusing on the things that people really cannot control, what is your race or whatever, that kind of stuff. Now we're making a huge deal out of that. And now people, because we have belief systems that take ages back. And as you know, people don't prefer changing their beliefs that much. And now there's this agenda that is pushed into our throats everywhere we go. TV shows, movies, maybe comic books if you read, maybe even cartoons, anime. I think like every place you go, you will more or less be faced with it. And some people are gonna feel a certain way about it. And some people might even go as far as feeling like I don't even want to hear about LGBTQ. And I think that's not really a great place to be at, because they don't mean harm, of course. They don't want to be like, fuck you because you think differently, but because every person has their own issues, and they don't maybe in the current world, because we're not taught how to be with those emotions. That's why LGBTQ, but also the people who are not LGBTQ, don't know how to have better conversation about it. How to have high quality conversation without making it into you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm right, fuck you because you're wrong, and help me because I'm right. So I think there's a lot of layers to the problem, but I think I think the whole situation tells about more deeper issues, lack of education in many ways about emotional issues, emotional emotional skills and how to reflect them and how to have conversations.
That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a good point. Notes.
Yeah, take notes. Anyways, what are your thoughts on this?
I had something, but I had a brain fog for a moment.
Your brain fog?
Let me restart the brain.
Jesus.
This episode should be called Restarting Our Engine.
The restart, but yeah, hey, there is a lot of dust on these boys because of the reason that they have been just a dead place. Can I say it like that? They have been just in a dead place here at work and work and work. You haven't experienced like something the whole summer, so therefore you gather a lot of dust. I've been on my edge, so therefore my talents is surface. Bars.
Keep me showing it around.
But you said the LGBTQ, what they're doing. I have told you guys both the original ideology that they had, that no matter what you believe, no matter what your sexual orientation is, no matter what you look like, I will treat you with respect because you are a human being. At the end of the day, you will die the same as me.
What happened? What happened?
You get what I'm saying?
What happened?
I will treat you with respect as long as you're gay.
No,
As long as you agree with me.
In current world.
Yeah,
I mean.
in the current-
nowadays it means as long as you're gay, I'm okay with you.
And the worst part is as long as you agree with me, I'm
Yeah,
I'm civil with you.
Yeah. How is that okay? There is opinions right now. Opinion outlaws. Hey. There are opinions that we three have that are completely different, that we don't agree upon. Us three. There is opinions that we don't agree upon. But the fact is that we can have a conversations about those. We can have knowledge and we still have that same respect. The same thing goes for that LGBTQ, the original one, or feminism, the original one. I'm actually for those because of the fact that those are what I experienced myself. My mother experienced myself. My grandmother, especially her, she experienced that. I don't know if you know what it's like in a cold ass winter to go to the, not even the lake, but the river and wash your clothes because you don't have a washing machine at home. You don't have even water at home. So she had to go outside, wash them clothes in the snow, in the river. Do it yourself. I want to see. So I'm pro feminism. I'm pro LGBTQ, the original one. Because it pushed a good agenda. I want also women to have the capabilities and the possibilities to make a buck for themselves. I don't want them to be reliant on purely on men. Because what if that man dies? Which is very common that women will live alone. Even in this country, we can call now 10 different women whose husbands have died over 10 years. And they have just lived alone. Now, I want that woman not to be reliant on just a man, but she can make a buck up for her own. That being said, it doesn't give you the right to put this narrative where you can hate, or put that narrative where, for example, feminism, that women are just better than men for the humanity in every space. I believe that's wrong. And do you know, I have even bigger, better theory. The reason why it has become so mainstream is that because it makes so much noise. And the negativity part, well, both when something bad happens, we tend to be more specific about that. We tend to be more concentrated about that. We take more seriousness in that than positive. If something good happens, oh, well, it could happen. Something bad, oh my God.
Oh, who is nugget?
And that also pushes this narrative where, for example, a woman has cheated on a man, divorced, took his house, took his alimony, and now you're seeing that, oh, it's not worth it. Well, it's not worth it for that human being. However, all these ideologies and all these agendas they are trying to push, it doesn't change the fact that the diversity has been always here. There has always been the people who are different from you and the people who are similar to you. And now we're going like places to places.
Only if Nazi Germany agreed with you. What?
They.
Only if they agreed with you back then.
I want to ask you this. When it comes to choosing, this will be a whole separate topic, but like I said, just a scratch. How do you choose your relationships? Not just with women, because three of us
I would totally fail on that.
we are straight. But I'm not talking about just relationships in a sexual manner, but I'm talking about also friendships. I'm talking about also family. How do you take the diversity in account for that?
You don't even think about it that much.
Exactly, that's what was. That was what I was getting to as well. And I don't really think about what you look like, what you behave or dress like, or what is your sexual orientation. I just like you come at me, and we pretty much go from there. That if you are good to me and treat me with respect and etc., I'm automatically cool with you as well. But I don't start being like, wait, hold on, pause there. So you gay? Nah, I can't be friends with you. Pause. You Asian? Nah, I can't be friends with you. Nah. So you don't really think about it at all at that point. That's how, when you know that you're automatically, you have that like diversity mindset, but because it's so natural, it comes naturally, you don't really feel like, ugh. But imagine if somebody told you that, you know what? From now on, you need to just be friends with people that don't look like you, like don't have same color as you. You must forcefully like be friends with all of those.
That doesn't work.
Oh, well, I mean,
like it wouldn't work.
Yeah, exactly. But like they're trying to push you to be just friends with people that look like different colors. But when you just naturally like you don't think about like what you look like, what you behave like. You're just cool with me, I'm cool with you. That's that. What's up? Handshake. Move on. So yeah,
that's how we became friends.
Exactly. Wow. I beginning he was like, who this nigga?
No, that's true. You remember the first day.
That's what's up, bro. That's
the first day.
That's what's up.
It was just, hey, he cool. And we start.
Here we go. So what about Peter?
The question was, how do I choose diversity when it comes to my family and friends?
How do you formulate it?
Yeah, I think I pretty much have to agree with Bahit again. That's pretty much on everything it seems. But when it comes to your family, of course, literally you cannot choose that because it's just genetics, right? It's not gonna be, you're gonna burn black if you have white parents, right? So
the way Peter said it, he's like, I don't want that one cousin, but what can I do? Like, it's part of the job, part of the group.
No. Anyways, the family, it is what it is. You have a family, and that's what you go with. Whatever it is, like what is the size of it, what's the quality of, what are the issues, you just go with it, right? But with your friends, of course, you have more leverage, kind of like more things to choose from. But of course, as long as you have a good rating, you are respectful, you're honest. You're not trying to pickpocket me every single moment, something. You're not trying to fool me. You're not trying to screw me. You're not trying to punch me. I think you're pretty good. You're pretty cool, in my eyes, at least. If you're not being a dick, I don't see an issue why we couldn't be friends. But I don't. Yeah, just like Vipahi said, I cannot see even scenario like where someone happens to say I'm gay. Actually, whoa, what? Fuck up! What? Back up!
Right now.
What the hell? I thought you were a good person. Like, what the fuck? I don't see that kind of conversation happening. And it's just, if that conversation would ever happen, that would mean that your dad or mom or someone else that had a huge influence on you, that person taught you that dogma or that kind of way of thinking, and of course then you would have that kind of conversation. But because luckily I never had that kind of thing, that kind of narrative at home. I never see gender or race or anything like that as an issue. I just think of like, okay, do we have common interests? Really basic things. Like, do we have common interests? Like for me, it's music, psychology. You and me, we both are interested in psychology. So it was okay. This guy actually writes really books. So it's really about how you spend your time with, how I choose the people I spend my time with. Not really like, okay, how do you look like?
Pretty like, whoa. So where you from? Nah, I can't stand with you.
Yeah.
Right? Can't stand with you.
So we're...
Go ahead.
No worries. Pretty much that was all I had to say. Anyways.
Great. Yeah, the reason why I asked this is because three of us have that mindset that no matter what you look like, no matter where you're from, you're a decent human being. You have a decency as a human being. You are respectful, and you treat other with respect, and you treat yourself with a respect. We are cool. Now, unfortunately, this is not true for everyone. The best scenario I can give you is a workplace. You know that in America there is workplaces where literally that says we don't hire men.
Okay, cafeterias. I've heard few of those as well.
Like, think about that. It doesn't like it's not about the competence anymore.
It's about, I don't want you because you are.
You should have a dick.
Pretty much. They're kind of like trying to put a statement out there and kind of like.
They're trying to stigmatize kind of like gender.
Yeah. And the reason why I said that is because also I asked about the relationship. How do you look at the diversity in it? Because in a relationship, this is my personal preference. I don't like, for example, that my woman is outside of my culture because of the family thing, because of the tradition thing. So it brings that the options now are very limited for me. I've met some very beautiful women. Yeah, of course. I've met some very beautiful women inside and out. They are beautiful as a
inside and out. Okay.
as a
Was that literal or was that figurative?
figurative.
Okay.
No, not little. I don't do those.
Okay. Because I gotta tell to all the ladies fine there who be looking at our brother right here. Your chances are getting slim, yo. Your chances are getting very slim right now.
And like I said, I've met beautiful women, absolutely gorgeous, that they are, as a human being, they are very good human being. And you know for a fact that if you want to start a family, she's that kind of woman. But, and of course, the but. However, for me, it's that part where I want this specific thing. So therefore, I'm not opposed to diversity. I just prefer not to be.
I don't like niggas, so I'm not gonna hang out with niggas. I don't hate them, but I prefer not to hang around with them. That's pretty much what every racist has said ever.
I just prefer it a bit differently. I just prefer it a white person over a black person.
Exactly. This guy, like, I just prefer it. Like, I don't have anything against it, but I just, I would preferably, like, stay away from it. Like, hold on, bro.
Just preferably fuck off.
Exactly. So what you...
I'm just saying, in a relationship standpoint. Don't get me wrong. If all the men died and I'm the only man, yeah, I have an obligation afterwards. It's not even a choice.
It's not about obligation.
It is an obligation. In fact, I have an obligation. You know why? Because the birth rates are going down.
Hey, but as a segue subject, that would be actually really bad because incest would be heavy.
It would be heavy. It would be actually very heavy. But what other choices do we have then?
Game is game.
No, I'm not even. This is not even like a joke or anything. But think about it. If there is only one man and there is like hundreds of women, what other choices do we have then? Like,
my guy says, I'm gonna slang it around.
what other choices? But what I'm saying is that I've seen it also, this diversity thing. It's much more acceptable towards the youth. If for example we both are the same age, in our age group and younger, they're much more acceptable towards the diversity. They don't care that this guy is different color than me. But when you go to the older age, it starts to become more and more apparent that they are not with you because of you are different in some sort of way.
Yeah.
And it's a interesting thing to see. I don't know how much is it in other cultures, but I know for a fact that in Scandinavic cultures, it's much more this socialistic type of, I would say, community. That if you are different from us, then you are a threat.
Welcome to humanity.
Or in
Like-
or in general, if you are known, you are a threat.
Yeah.
And people don't like experiment with unknown because they always kind of correlated with being a threat
Yeah.
because they don't know it.
That's the point that you made. That is it the fear, where the fear comes from not knowing.
Yeah.
You don't know,
And not having the courage to explore it.
and you don't have the courage to explore. But think about all those women who have explored diversity.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Specifically whom?
This guy.
I mean, what can I say?
Once you go black, you never go back.
Hey, chocolatey dream. They call me the dark chocolate for a reason.
Hey,
I'm the healthy one.
hey, the helpful one,
The healthy one.
the real one.
Hey, that's what's up. One bite at a night, and that's what's up.
Hey, you cannot get away from it. Yeah, we are hour and 7 minutes in. What do you think, guys? Is this a good prelogue, or do you have any other parts?
This was a good warm up.
Warm up? Can we say it like that? But of course, this is just a scratching on the surface
Yeah,
of
of
what
course, of
things,
course.
and there will be a lot of things that we will discuss.
Yes.
I want for last to everybody to tell a quick story where they have experienced diversity, either in a good or in a bad way.
I'm bruh. Bruh. If you haven't noticed, my melanin is very high. Yeah, the complexity is very visible. So you can imagine me as a only dark guy.
Have you ever pulled over? Have you ever been pulled over?
Enough times. Is this your vehicle? Yes. Give me your license. Okay, come on. Yes, but no, how about the diversity, bro? Imagine me being the only melanated friend in between people who are,
Stupid?
not stupid, but the opposite color and
Ignorant?
that too. And so I've experienced it in a lot of cases, and it tends to settle down, but in the beginning it might usually always be that you're kind of different than us. You kind of.
I have wanted to ask you about the dating part.
Oh.
Has it been easier for you? Because women tend to, be attracted, young women especially.
Well, it depends. Actually, it depends. Actually, another problem is we're better at answering this with
really?
the dating market and everything there.
Shout out to
But
him.
what do I say? What do you call it?
Dating pool?
No. The demand.
Yeah.
The demand is very, semi-medium high. I would say, but how many of them are worth it? That's another subject.
question.
Yeah, that's a different question. But yes, as a melanated guy, the demand is in
Demand is-
good position, of course. It's in a good position, but but yeah, the diversity, like as I said, as a well, they call me black guy, but a chocolatey guy, it's very noticeable, especially in right now Europe. We live in Europe, so the majority of people are much more lighter than me, and it's visible, and like you said, it's not such like noticeable thing with like younger people, but more with the elders, because they're so used to that they all look the same, and anybody who looks different, kind of what you said, unknown is as a threat or something to be feared
they
of.
have just read the news, and every time they hear the news, Africa poor, Middle East, the bombing, and every time they see, they immediately go to that, which is sad in actual sense.
But nowadays I kind of like understand it to a degree, because I've tried to emphasize with like even the people that would be opposing me or opposite of me. So I've tried to emphasize with it, but but it's something that is very unavoidable to my life or during my life cycle. So I've accepted it.
So it's more of it's not even one story. It's just a
Yeah,
everyday
it's an everyday thing, pretty much for the rest of my life. So I've already accepted it. It's ever since pretty much our middle school, primary school. So I already accepted it.
Any story about diversity that you have experienced, good or bad?
Well, I think I have pretty much opposite thing, because I am kind of like, you even told yourself that I look pretty average Finnish person. So
The only thing that separates him from the average Finnish person is that this guy is tall and he's slim.
thank you.
That's the only difference.
fat or what?
You have seen average Finnish guy.
They.
They are not in good shape, unfortunately.
They.
Yeah. I'm talking about the average.
Yeah.
So, but like if we cut just the profile, just this
So-
place, as
Yeah.
Finnish as it can get.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't think I have ever had to struggle with diversity when it comes to my, appearance or Finnish or anything like that. I think I have managed to kind of get my education, all those kind of things, like at surface level, of course, and get a job and that kind of stuff. But I think like at school, it has been a bit different. I think like at school, especially your peers expect you to be a certain way, talk certain way, or not talk certain way, or at least a bit. I think like I had a very eccentric, a very energetic way of being as a child, and I think that kind of backfired in a way. I was very unattentive for certain things, and I was put in a special group, and eventually, when you study in special group, the culture is very different there.
Yeah, for sure.
They do things differently, and they have a different way of guiding you through it, and you have certain things you are that is normal there, right? So around from first grade to fourth grade, I was in this special group because of my focusing difficulties. And well, at fifth grade, my parents started to notice that, hey, actually you're doing much better at school and you're able to focus in the normal group. Because at fourth grade, I was during certain lessons, I was put in the those normal groups to kind of see how would I be doing there. And it seemed that my performance wasn't suffering there. So they figured that they would put me in that normal group at fifth grade. And that was kind of the thing they didn't really ask me about. They just put me there. Kind of because I don't remember for once that they were happy, And the worst thing that was that I never liked that group where I went to.
Special.
No, not special. And the normal group. I just, the people there were just obnoxious. They're pretentious.
Yeah.
They felt like they were just always fucking around with me. And I knew that, but I was happy because I didn't need to spend time with them all the time at fourth grade.
Yeah.
But at fifth grade, I think because my background in the special group was very different from what it was there, I think that caused a lot of suffering and pain for me in the long run until the end of ninth grade.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So yeah, about 4 or 5 years, I kind of had to pay the cost for coming from different backgrounds. So from that perspective, that's why I kind of get a bit annoyed when I hear when they talk about diversity and they focus on the only thing you really cannot do anything about, because there are a lot of more things to diversity you could measure and focus on and then leverage from. Your painful experiences as well bring a value to your competence in a way.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of feel like they are also kind of overlooking when they're talking about is ethnicity, race, gender, sex, whatever. So that's why I have very skeptical viewpoint about how diversity is nowadays.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
I was about to ask Puri, have you ever been in that situation that you were the only white guy between either nuggets or linglings?
No, I haven't.
You
No?
never have experienced it?
I don't think so.
I have
The opposite situation
I have
of when the only black guy, you being the only white guy.
I have experienced it, but
No, I haven't. I haven't.
I have too much swag for it. So
Man, come on, Joey.
But yeah, I haven't experienced that, but still, it can still happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine buy Puri a flight ticket to like some Jamaica or some shit. Puri let it loose, bro.
Hey, bomba!
Oh my god. He comes back up. Man, gonna say the girl come up. Fire!
Hey, did you say this young man?
Ah! Me the girl crazy on me.
That would be awesome, actually.
Puri's journey to Jamaica.
The Jamaica, baby.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The story I have, it's a minor story, but it can showcase you what it can.
Minors.
What can happen to you? A B minor, a C minor.
Damn.
Ha!
Did it?
Just saved it. No Didi. I was
This guy's better too.
a school. Nah. We were a school trip, and we had a group where every other one was clearly Finnish, like from Finland, and we were in Spain. And now 1 week in Spain, and we now had to come back. And there was like when you put your bag and they check you out, but if you're a little bit suspicious or anything, they can pull you over and like ask you something or inspect you or whatever. And I was the only guy for that group. We were like 12 people. I was the only guy that I was pulled aside. So what happened? We were 12 group, about 50-50 with like how many boys and how many girls. And we went there to the security checkup. I was the last one to go because, of course, if you are a protector, you are the last or the first. You never are in the middle. And I was the last one to go. And the last one, the guy who is securing it, he does this to me, like, hey, come here. And he says,
Spread your cheeks, bro.
nah. What's wrong with you, brother?
Come on, bro.
I have to give you some big booty Latinas
Hey, yo.
or some Jamaica girls.
Hey.
And
Your story?
he starts to pat me up with a slick. I don't know what's.
Oh, the beep, 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 beep.
Not the beep, beep, beep. No, just like the.
Brush.
Like a brush. And he took that brush and put it in a machine.
Drugs. If you have any residue of drugs.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it like, I'm the only guy from this group to be called out like this. And don't get me wrong, I looked like the guy who would have if
He's like, I don't know why they stopped me, but I look like the boy guy. Maybe.
well, the problem was that I didn't have, because you all know I'm not that guy.
I mean, he said he looked, so we already.
From that group, yeah. Yeah, from that group, yeah. But that's not an excuse in my opinion, because you can see it from my eyes that I don't use that, or in my clothes, it shouldn't have. But he suspected it. So I don't know how much this is like a experience, because I have also those experiences where it has affected me in the long term. But those experiences may come up in the next episodes that we will discuss. I will this is just a one minor, like I said, minor story where it showcases the diversity that it can affect you. Now think about if it would happen that I was in a room where I didn't know that they had used drugs, put it on my shirt, it attests on my shirt, and then that guy finds out that I have drugs on my shirt.
That news, bro.
That's
Hey, I know that.
you get what I'm saying? Like, then I'm in trouble, and you'll be like, well, I haven't done anything. And in fact, that you haven't took anything. That's a fact. But your clothes is saying otherwise.
Your game is done.
So
See you at court.
diversity is this. And this is true for me and for this guy over here. We, in this country that we are living, it has been always true that we have to always be more careful when we do stuff. Because police are not fun to be in contact with when you are not from here. Not all police. Respect to the police force here because they do the job well. We cannot take that away. You can, I can say with 90% of trust, you can trust them. In 90% accuracy, you can trust the police force here. But if you're unlucky and you meet that 10%, my brother had an experience.
It ain't fun.
It ain't fun.
It ain't fun.
But my brother will not share that story. And I will not share that story unless he gives me the rights, copyrights.
Man.
But these are the things that we experience. If you are an outsider, you will be looked as if an outsider. The only place that I can think of is America's maybe the only place that you can be like an outsider, but you're still respected as an American. Because
as long as you are not black or Mexican.
But bro, everybody's there immigrant.
Well, that's funny thing. That's the funny part.
You know, everybody there is immigrant.
Pretty much, but still,
You know,
it's America.
in America.
It's America.
So we got, hey, we did it the first episode of a season 3
With the ghetto ass combination.
with the ghetto ass combination. But you know what?
Sponsored by Samsung over there.
But do you know what? If we don't have a better place, we will do this. Any last thoughts?
Man, we ghetto as hell.
Amen.
We ghetto as hell. I'm not gonna lie, man. Kool-Aid on top of that.
Hey, we need a sponsor. Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid, man. What the hell? We have Kool-Aid as well. We got a ghetto setup, a ghetto mic. What else you need?
Guys, thank you for tuning in. You know our catchphrase. The only thing that you cannot say is you cannot say that. Like, subscribe, leave the comment down below. Give us your thoughts. Anything else?
We need to get Puro, flight tickets to Jamaica. That's what's
I'm
up.
up for that.
Let's go.
Somebody willing to do, big bucks, what to do,
You get what I'm saying? Peace out.